Welcome to Papyrus Plans. I'm Tasha. Ready to create something beautiful? Let's dive in.
Hello, everyone. Welcome back. So for the month of July, for my monthly faith focus, I thought I would do the theme of the fruit of the Spirit. And so I created some stickers, and these actually were art prints that I bought on Etsy, and I just shrunk them down from 8.5 by 11 size to this little miniature size, and then turned them into stickers because I printed it on sticker paper. And this I got from, I think, either Adobe Images or Shutterstock. I think this might have been Shutterstock. And then the rest of these fruit images I made. And then I made these cute little homes in the shape of fruit, which I thought was really cute, and then a bunch of other fruit icons that I made as well. And I pulled some washi that I thought might work. I thought I had some fruit washi, but then I realized this has fruit and popsicles, and I'm not sure if I want popsicles and ice cream on this. I mean, it's like the perfect colors, but again, I'm not sure if I want to put popsicles on my fruit of the spirit spread. So I pulled it, but I'm not sure about it. And then I remembered I had this other one, but it's summer themed, and it says it's like tropical fruit. But again, it has like beach items. So like beach, your beach bag, beach hat. And again, it has a couple of ice cream cones in here, so I'm kind of like, eh. And then it has like some tropical greenery. Again, it's not bad, but I'm not sure if I want that in here. I mean, it kind of goes, so which is why I pulled it anyway, just in case I changed my mind. But I don't know. I just wasn't sure if that's something that I wanted to do. I'm trying to get this back on this roll. There we go. So then I remembered I had some miyawashi from that random miyawashi that I got. And I was like, wait, I think there's some fruit on there. So this does have fruit, but then when I look closely, it has fish. It has a bowl of something, a fan, a violin. So it's like totally random. And I'm like, why did they do this? Like, it like makes no sense. Like, why do you have popsicles next to koi fish, next to a fan, next to a guitar, next to watermelon and a fence with a sunflower? So I'm just like, yeah, I definitely don't want to use that. So, because I remember this had fruit on it, and I was like, oh yeah, watermelon, that's cute. And it has some other fruit on here too, like a bowl, like a fruit bowl. But then when I saw the koi fish, I was like, what? Yeah, I definitely don't want that. It just doesn't make sense to me. This is the issue that I told you guys earlier that I had with the miyawashi random washi that you get. I feel like you're just getting all the unwanted leftovers or like the misprints or something. And I think that's unfortunate that they do that. I think I only got one nice roll out of here, and as you can see, I already used it. And these other ones I probably won't use. Now, this is kind of like geometric with like little triangles in a house, so I don't know. I guess I could use this. Let's see. I mean, maybe. I mean, that might work. I mean, it has a lot of teal in it, so I don't know. Which is why I pulled the rest of my washi here, because I have some like kind of bright colors that are just patterned and don't have anything on there. And then I have this really beautiful washi that I got from Amazon, and it's just abstract. So then I thought, well, maybe I'll just use some of this. So that's why I pulled these. I'm kind of leaning toward this, and maybe like just the brighter colors instead of the darker ones, like the yellows and the reds. And it's foiled, so I mean, just really beautiful and stunning. And then I have some kind of paint splatter ones. So again, I'm kind of leaning toward this row here because I'm just not, I don't know, I'm not feeling the popsicles. I don't know. It's just not speaking to me. But we'll see. We'll see how that goes. All right, so let's see. I think what I want to do is maybe scatter the 9 fruits of the spirit throughout the monthly spread. So maybe have 4 on this side and 5 on this side, and then decorate around it. I think that would be kind of cool. So let's see. Let's try to, and then maybe let me put this down first. Hoping this fits. I kind of made this a little big, but we'll see. The first doesn't start till Tuesday, so I could take up that. Okay. So it might work. Come on. I think I use my gyro cut for this. Only downside to the gyro cut is I feel like I either used way too much pressure or not enough, because I'm trying my best not to rip through the back of the sticker backer. This one I didn't quite use enough pressure on this, but we're gonna make it work. Okay. Again, I'm doing my best not to cover up Sunday. Might have this go off slightly. Right there. Yeah, okay, that doesn't bother me. So I think I'll go ahead and trim that down. Yeah, okay, that looks good. Then I think I'm gonna put the Shutterstock image directly underneath that. And it's really cute because it has the 9 fruits of the spirit listed on an apple, which I thought was really adorable. And I might have to cut into this a little bit, but again, I think it'll be okay because I'm going to layer. So let's see. Should I cover it completely? Well, if I do this, I could technically still write in it. So let me do that. It's a little bit crooked. Let's see. Trying to get the bottom where it's not crooked. There we go. Oh no, I'm going to lose some of it though. Oh, you can still tell what it is. Okay, I think that's fine. Just gonna trim off this a little bit that went over. And then I think I'll start putting down the little frames I have of each of the individual fruits of the spirit and then decorating in between with some fruit. At the very least, I want fruit all the way on the top and in the sidebar. Okay, so let's put maybe the scripture down first. And then I think I'll put it on this side because I have this text over here, if it'll fit. And I'm hoping it does. Yes, okay. Where should I put it here? I feel like it needs to be on this side because this is so text heavy. So maybe I'll bring it down here, and that way I can add some small pieces of fruit above it. Okay, now let's put these down. So love. And again, I want to make sure I have at least 2 to 3 boxes each week. So I'll do this one. Love joy. See. Maybe come down here. Peace. Hope I can fit these. Thinking maybe I should have made them smaller. But we're going to make do. Let's see. Patience. I think I'm going to trim. Let's see if can I move this over so I can see the 14. And I'm going to trim it the right offset off so that I don't cover up the 14. Okay. And I'm going to cover up 15. That way I have this one box here. And I think I'm going to have to punch this. Yeah, okay. Get my punch. And this is my We Are Memory Keepers arrow punch. Let's see, let's do this side so I can see it. I've got 2 holes to punch. I don't know if I'm gonna fit these. I might have to layer them as I get down. In fact, that might be what I do. Let's see. Well, if I bring this over, I want to make sure I see the 17. All right, once again, I'm going to trim off the offset on the right-hand side. And I'm also going to slide it over just so it doesn't cover up the 17. And then punch out whatever part goes into the hole. Okay. Put down goodness. Maybe I should do this so that it's just different spacing. Then cut off the part that goes over. See, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I got 3 more to fit. I'm going to put 1 in the sidebar. So let's put faithfulness in the sidebar. And again, I'm going to trim off the right offset so I don't cover up the 27. At least do my best not to. And trim off any part that goes over. Let's see, does it go over? I mean, just a little bit. Okay. I think this is going to just fit. Whew. I should have made these a little bit smaller. If they were square frames, it wouldn't be quite so difficult. But again, I just took the art print and just made it smaller. So let's do maybe the 29th. Let's cover that up since I have these 2 boxes. And I guess I'll line it up with this line. I'm going to try to bring it over so I don't have to punch it. About right there. And then self-control I'll put over here so that I don't cover up the 30 and 31. Okay. Whew. That was a close call. Wasn't sure if I was going to fit it, but I just did. Yeah, I should have made that slightly smaller, but I wasn't accounting for the frame that I added after I shrunk the art prints. And if I thought about it, I would have used a square frame instead of a vertical frame. Okay, so we have this fruit left, and then this fruit left. So I'm just gonna kind of cut that off, get rid of the rest of these sheets. Okay, so we have that, and then we have these full size ones. So I definitely want to put in like 1 fruit for each of these. That kind of represents what each one stands for. So I thought that would be kind of cool. So I wrote down the symbolism of each one, just so I wouldn't forget. Love is a cherry because it symbolizes deep affection, sweetness, and devotion. Joy is represented by a pineapple because it's bright, tropical, and associated with warmth and happiness. And actually, in the 18th century, they used to give pineapples as a hostess gift, which I thought was kind of cool. I learned that growing up on the East Coast. Peace is represented by a fig because the Bible associates it with security, rest, and tranquility. Patience is represented by a banana because of the time it takes to ripen, and it reminds us of endurance and waiting. Kindness is represented by a peach because they're soft and sweet, and it represents also sometimes gentleness. Goodness is represented by an apple because it's a classic symbol of wholesome goodness. Faithfulness is represented by grapes because they're used in wine, which in biblical times symbolize covenant relationship and faithfulness. Gentleness by a pear because they're soft and delicate and it represents a gentle spirit. And then self-control is represented by pomegranates because they're filled with seeds representing discipline and restraint and containing so much within. So I wrote that down. So I have each of the individual houses that I want to add. So let's see. Love is a cherry. So let's put that down. I'll put that underneath, or maybe that's why I used a rectangle frame, so I could put this underneath. I think that's why I did that. So the little cherry house will go there. Let's see, joy is a pineapple. Let's put the pineapple right here underneath this one. Peace is a fig. See, patience is a banana. This is going to be a little tricky with the two frames. I hope that I can fit it in here. I might have to bring this one into part of this other frame in order to get it to fit, which I think will be okay. See, kindness is a peach. Goodness is an apple. Faithfulness are grapes. And I think I'm going to put that one on the top so it doesn't cut into the box I have left to write in for my devotional takeaway. Gentleness is a pear. And I think I might have to either cut some of this off, or I think I'm gonna have to put it in part of this box. But I have these other two, so I think that's okay. So I'll put this in the 28th because I just don't have enough room at the bottom to put it. Let's see, self-control is a pomegranate. And then I'll have all the homes, and then we can just put in the various fruit. So let's see. Actually, I might do the pomegranate up here since I only have half of a box. That way it's not over here like this one. Okay. And now we can just add in the fruit every which way. So I have, looks like at least 3 boxes each week, which is great. In some weeks I have, no, that's 3. Okay. Yeah, so I have at least 3, which is great. I always aim to get a minimum of 2, ideally 3. Sometimes I get 4, but again. Okay, now let's play with some of the fruit. So I think I'm going to use some of these first just so I can get rid of these strips. So maybe put some pineapples around the pineapple. So I made some of these little pineapple chunks. I think I'm gonna cover up Independence Day. Maybe put a piece of pineapple between Thursday and Friday. I'm gonna cut off some of this offset on the bottom. Oh, that's cute. I like how that looks like it's like cascading down. That's really cute. Okay, let's put another banana over here. And, ooh, I wish I cut off some of that offset. Let's see. Can I, where's my gyro cut? See if I can cut some of that off. Just so it's not going over the frame. And I get my tweezers, see if I can lift this up. Oh, don't tear. Kind of hard to get at this angle. See if I can do this without it tearing. Just trying to lift part of the frame sticker. Come on. There we go. Just trying to get that edge. Let's see. And we got a stack of apples over here. Cut off some of this offset so it, again, doesn't cover up the number. I want to be able to see the numbers for the box that I'm going to write in. And might move this slice if I can, this little pineapple sliver. So I can put, I don't want to put anything in this box. So I can put the apples stacked up here. Then maybe layer this pineapple piece on top. That way it covers up that text and I have the two layered. Okay, so we used up that one. All right, see, we have fig. Put that, let's see, maybe right here again, so it's not taking up too much space in this box. And maybe part of this apple going off the side here. Okay, so I've used up that one. Now we have this left to play with. And let's see, I want to add a peach over here. I've got a few different ones. See, I think I'll use this one. And just put it angled in like this. Again, so it's not taking up too much of that box. And pomegranate. I really want to use this somewhere. But I think I might use this one here and try to put this up there somewhere. Because I think it might be too big. Let's see. I mean, I could do it if I covered up this box. Let's see how many days I would get. 2 days instead of 3 days. Or maybe I'll just put it down here like this. Just trimming off some of the offset so I can bring it in as close as I can. And maybe I'll put this one over here. Okay, I think the only other one that doesn't have, let's see, what am I missing? I got the peach, pomegranate, apple, pineapple. So I need a pear and cherry. So since the cherry's at the top, I could just layer it like this between Sunday and Monday. And maybe add a single one on the side over here. Oh, that's cute. I like that. Let's see. Now I need a pear think I might see if I can fit this part that's sliced open down here. Since it's smaller, I think it'll fit a little bit better. There we go. All right, so let's see. Do I have two? I need grapes. Let's see if I can put one small grape over there. I think I'll do the green grapes to break up some of this purple from the figs. And again, I'm going to try to fit it at the bottom here so I'm not taking up too much of that box. Okay, now let's decide if we want to use any washi. Let's see. And try to go lighter. Actually, I don't think I'm gonna use a washi. I thought I was going to, but I think I like it without it. I mean, this is really beautiful washi, but maybe because it's abstract, I'm just not feeling it. So I think I'm gonna skip the washi. And I think the only other thing I'm gonna do is add a bunch of fruit here at the top and just have all that covered at the top. So use up as many different types of fruits as I can and just kind of scatter them. Here I kept them within their box, but now I'm just going to kind of scatter them at the top. So let's maybe bring us some cherries over on this side. Do my best not to rip this leaf. Don't rip. Okay. Maybe have it come on the edge of Saturday. And then do the top. Just kind of layer them throughout. I wonder if I can pick this up. I kind of want this one that's open, the fig that's open over here, but I don't know if it's going to let me pick it up. Just trying to rip, but okay. It mostly came up, and then I'm going to put this in the same place so it doesn't, so you can't tell. Yeah, I like that better. Okay. And then I can put this one over here in between Friday and Saturday. And that went over just a hair. And let's maybe add maybe a banana over here, piece of one. And I ripped part of that, but I don't think it's gonna matter because I'm gonna cut it off anyway. Well, you know what? We're gonna leave it there. I was gonna pick it up, but I don't know if it's gonna let me. I really wanted that stem in the shot, but let's try. Why is this ripping? So they can tell that is a banana. Do it that way. And get my bone folder and just kind of smooth it out where it tore. And again, get my outliner. Try to blend out some of this white edge so it's just not as noticeable. There we go. Okay, and maybe let's put, let's see, try to think of something with some different colors. Maybe a pear. Okay, that looks pretty good. Maybe something small here or here. But let's start working on this side. So since we have the pineapple over there, let's maybe put some of the pineapple on this side. I think I'll have this in this corner here and just punch out the hole. See, I'll bring it down like that so I get some of the top of the pineapple. And let's go ahead and punch this out. Okay. So we have that there, and we can still tell it's a pineapple, which I like. And let's maybe put a peach over here. I'm going to get some of the stem and the leaf, so I'm going to bring it like that. And let's see, maybe one of the green apples instead of the red apple. And then I think that's cut weird, so I'm just going to put it on this edge over here. That way I can still tell it's an apple. And let's see, maybe some of the grapes somewhere. Or maybe since these colors are so similar, I think I'll get these grapes, even though they're bigger, just to bring in a different color. I can fit some of them on here. And I might put some of this down the middle here, since I have it. And then maybe one or two fruits down this side. Okay, let's see. Maybe the pear. I think I'll do this one with the stem. And put it along the edge here. Oh wait, that covers up part of that. Ew, let's see, I got 1, 2... Well, I do have 3 boxes left, so I guess I can do it. Okay. And maybe one more piece of fruit down here. See, I got apple, peach, fig, pear, pomegranate. Since the pomegranate is right there, I don't think I'll use that. Maybe this other grape that I pulled up. Just put that on the side here. All right, let's punch out this hole and then let's take a look. Okay, so we used up everything but this. There's this tiny little gap here, so I think I might take this little pear and since it cut weird, I'm just going to cut around this and just put it on the side of the frame. And let's see if I can fit this peach over here. Again, try to fit as much as I can. That way it completely fills in that area. All right, so we used up almost everything except for these few items that are left. So let's take a look. All right, so this is going to be my monthly faith focus spread for the month of July with a fruit of the spirit theme. I'm really loving the way that this turned out. I like how I was able to fit each of the individual frames with the 9 fruits of the spirit and the different associated symbolic fruits with each one. And I just really love how full it is and how I have all of the fruit cascading down. And it's just a very happy spread. So I think this is going to be really fun to fill out. Let me know what you think in the comments, and I'll talk to you later. Bye.
That's all for today. If you enjoyed this video, give it a thumbs up and share your thoughts in the comments. Until next time, stay inspired, and thank you for watching.